I know it's been a week since I've last given you guys a video, but I'm trying to give you a more professional video, and that's just taking too long. It's like learning a whole another language trying to do that. And I tried to record a video the other day on the 12th because, well, it was literally the 12th of never. Nancy tried to throw a Hail Mary and get the 25th Amendment invoked to get rid of Trump. That didn't happen. Yeah, they got him impeached on the 13th or whatever. Oh, two impeachments. Oh my goodness. All these idiots running around saying he can never hold office. No, he can never hold office if the Senate basically ratifies that decision, if they agree with it, if they put it into law. So that's what people aren't understanding, and the media is running around promising you that you'll never have the evil orange man in 2024. So hey, we know better. I mean, McConnell's already saying that once Trump leaves office, he'll humor the idea. It'll go to Senate. So yeah, prepare for more tax dollars being wasted. But that's not why I'm bringing you a video tonight. There's a lot of weird shit going on. You got 30,000 National Guard troops called up to guard Biden up in D.C. for his inauguration. Yeah, that just reeks of illegitimacy. Never in this country's history have we had to assemble basically the military to guard an inbound candidate to the highest office of the land. If he really won, why are you guys defending him like this? Why are you guys guarding him like this? He's going to have 30,000 troops there. No one else allowed to be there, mind you. So, you know, the 5 or 6 true Joe Biden supporters won't be allowed to go there and cheer him on. I mean, they're citing January 6th as the reason. The horrible insurrection, the rebellion, the blah, 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 blah. You've seen the videos. That's why I was trying to make a more comprehensive, a more professional video, because I could put these things in my video while I'm talking and show you that the police, the DC Metro Police, were literally just opening up little gates and letting people come on in. They were moving barricades over and saying, hey, come on in. Now, it's tough to say whether these police were on the side of the protesters, if they agreed with it and they let them go up there, or if it was something that was planned. I really don't know. I don't want to get in on that, but I just think it's funny how the media says that when we stormed the Capitol, the Republicans, the conservatives, the patriots, we're evil, we're trying to do insurrection. But when the liberals did it, the Democrats did it for the Brett Kavanaugh hearings, that was fine. Did no one bat an eye. Or if you prefer more recent news, remember a few months ago how they literally put Washington, D.C. under siege? The BLM, the Antifa. Remember how they literally surrounded the White House for, what was it, 3 or 4 days? That whole thing where Trump had to leave the White House to do a press conference in front of a church. They whined and cried because we used tear gas to dispense them, even though they were literally putting the White House under siege and no one could come in and out because these clowns were just, it was insane. But no one cares about that. That's not a big deal. I think it's funny that the most important thing, that the most serious act is surrounding the Capitol building. If those clowns could have breached that wall surrounding the White House, oh yeah, that the media would have played that off as no big deal. But what I'm trying to say is the media is full of hypocrisy. We used tear gas to dispel those quote-unquote peaceful protesters that were basically camping in that plaza in front of that church, that cathedral, that what have you. Yeah, that's bad. We were evil for using the tear gas. Trump was Hitler. But since we weren't, using tear gas to dispel the people on Capitol Hill, we didn't do enough to stop those insurrectionists. Yeah, we didn't. No, we didn't. See, I love how the media is two-faced like that. Any show of force against the left is, Hitler 2.0. But when they use kid gloves or what have you to remove the protesters on Capitol Hill, which honestly, they didn't really even need to do anything. We left of our own accord. We probably got bored. We were like, okay, we proved our point. We're leaving. Now, Gavin Newsom, the little tyrant he is, the little dictator, is super scared of a similar act happening on when Joe's inaugurated. So he's called up 1,000 National Guard troops to guard his little, Capitol building. He's worried. He's scared. He's got his people looking into social media to silence any messages that are against him, and they're calling it, cracking down on hate groups or people, agitators that are trying to incite things. Now this channel is tiny, and I'm not inciting shit. At the end of the day, hey, stay home, don't go out there, don't do nothing, because there's nothing really to do. All you got to do, my friends, is sign that petition to recall Gavin Newsom. 1.1 million signatures. I reported, what was it, like a week ago that we got the million signatures. Now we're already 100,000 more. And here's even better news. These Democrat clowns were coming out the other day comparing us to January 6th, that we were trying to throw a coup to get rid of Gavin Newsom. And I'm not joking. It was all over the papers how they were comparing us to neo-Nazis and how we have infiltrated the Republican Party here in California, and how these Trumpers were trying to toss out Newsom because, well, that's just what we're doing now, according to Gavin Newsom and his publicist. Well, the good news is there was a fierce feedback. We got back really fast. The media didn't like it. The people didn't like it. Hell, there's Democrats that agree that Newsom stepped too far. There's nothing more democratic than an election. If people don't like Newsom, we have the ability to recall him and throw him out, and then get an election to find out who's the better candidate. And by him comparing that to Nazism, to a dictator, authoritarian push to remove him to install some type of dictator, is really silly. He's really projecting, because that's how he acts. I love how a couple weeks ago I made that video where I basically said this guy wants to give everyone $600 checks that are super poor because he really cares about you. No, he's trying to buy your vote. If you're super poor, don't vote Newsom. He's the reason why you're poor. If you worked in a small business, if you worked in a restaurant, if you're trying to make money, Newsom's making it impossible with this lockdown. We have the most strictest rules in the nation. Now I know people will point to Wisconsin or Michigan and be like, no, they're worse. It's like, not really. I mean, yeah, you can't go outside or whatever, but look at what Newsom's doing. I've shown you guys these videos. You've seen these strip malls. But like I said, the hypocrisy of the media and how Newsom went out there and said the things he said, and no one really holds him accountable. A few, like I said, publishers were aghast, were shocked, were appalled by his words, and that blowback, if you will, which is really a good thing, has benefited us. Like I said, 100,000 signatures in the last week. It's a tremendous effort. We're going to get 1.5 million. And a lot of people were saying the reason why Gavin Newsom all of a sudden changed face and decided to guard the Capitol is not so much because of Biden. He's trying to look strong, trying to project himself that he's not going anywhere, that no one can protest him. He doesn't want people out there protesting his rule, and that's the best way to do it. You surround the Capitol with the 6-foot-high fence, you put 1,000 National Guard people out there, so even a legitimate protest can't go there and show the world what a clown this guy is. Don't be surprised if that stays around the Capitol building for a while too. He's not going to let no one protest. 1.1 million signatures, people. I'm going to have the link in the description. I'm going to put it in the comment section. You guys, if you haven't signed it, you got to sign it. If you can, please link this, recall website to your friends and family, or just share the video.